Hey there, how you doing again? This is Al. Just finishing up this last section on the Kali. We're going to do a little bit of an exploit demo. Before we get going though, I have a couple things I want to mention. Last time I mentioned the image sizes and the partitions. The image was 2 gig and then the partition on the SD card was a 3 gig partition, and when I tried to update it, it wouldn't expand. So then I ran that utility to expand that partition to 30 gig, and then when I ran the full update to Kali, installed it to 9 gig. So that was what happened there. Now, going on to another thing I want to mention is that when the system comes up, it doesn't have any sound. So I did a little research and found the command to go ahead and turn the sound on. So I'm going to demo that right now. So let me go ahead and find that one. There's a command here if you want to come up. It's sudo modprobe sndbcm 2835, and when you run that command, it activates the sound. Now I've already done that, and so what I'm going to show you next is some sound, and hopefully it'll turn on. There we go. And while that's getting ready to make some sound, let me go ahead and talk about the next command. As far as the exploits, I attempted to load OpenVOS. It was a little tricky, so I kind of abandoned that. However, I did run a Nessus scan on my home system and found that I didn't have any vulnerabilities. But I do want to run an Nmap scan now. I'm going to show you that. And so there's a command here. Got a lot of windows open. Hang on. That's that one. The Nmap scan is a stealth scan, and if you come on up, you take a look at that command. It's nmap-s. And then with the IP address range, and then when I ran it, it came up over here and it shows that I had 9 devices, and it showed the ports that were open on them. I already ran it, so 9 devices, and it had, you know, certain ports open. However, they were all secure, so but that shows the capability. Now the next thing I want to show you is that I went ahead and ran the Metasploit tool, and as you can see up here, you can see Metasploit is ready. If you had a vulnerability, you would be able to run that MSF console or Armitage, and so the tools are running, and I'm not sure where my sound went. But anyhow, that's it. It's working, and I found that you can't have too many processes open on this one. And you know, obviously there's some pros to having a Raspberry Pi. You can literally stick it in your pocket and walk in the building with it, and you know, you know, get yourself a full tool set. However, the downside to it is that you need to get a keyboard, a mouse, a monitor in order to use it. It's going to be a little tricky if you're trying to be stealthy. I actually thought maybe you could use a Bluetooth mouse and keyboard. I hadn't tested that yet. But again, you still need a monitor. And they do sell little monitors that you can actually attach to those. So you can probably do it like that. It looks something like a cell phone. But by the time you're spending that kind of money on it, I've already spent almost $100 on this between the SD card and the kit. You know, you're up to 100, and if you bought the actual display, we're talking $150. For that amount of price, you could easily get yourself a Chromebook and boot to you know, load up Chromebook on a USB drive and have it running that way, and you have a keyboard, mouse, you have wireless, you have everything you need that way. So it's a nice exercise to say that you can do it, but as far as being practical to use as a exploit tool, I'm not exactly sure that it would actually work very well, because as you can see, even though it's working, it's not as robust as I'd like it to be myself. So that's it, and thank you, and hope you enjoyed it.